Imagine the 6th century BCE in the bustling port of Miletus. Everything around you is in constant flux. Ships dock, waves strike the shore, rain falls, rivers flow into the sea, flora and fauna emerge and perish. The world appears as a multitude of isolated entities, each with a unique form and destiny. Yet, observing this, certain individuals began to ask a profound question. Do all these phenomenal changes stem from a single origin, or as they called it, the arche? This became one of Western philosophy's earliest inquiries. It sought not merely physical explanations, but an underlying cosmic order beneath phenomenal change. Once posed, this question never left the human intellect. The first to investigate this was Thales. Previously, Milesians attributed storms to Poseidon's wrath. Thales rejected myth, seeking strictly naturalistic explanations. Observing water's phase transitions, ice and steam, and its biological necessity, he proposed a bold thesis. The origin of all things is water. Though empirically false today, it was a rational deduction then. Thales was searching for a universal substratum beneath morphological change. Mocked as an impractical thinker, Thales famously refuted his critics. Using astronomical observations, he predicted a surplus of olive harvests the next spring. He then bought all local oil presses cheaply and leased them at a very high price during harvest. This demonstrated that philosophers could easily acquire wealth, yet their ambition lies elsewhere, in comprehending the cosmos. However, philosophical answers inevitably generate new paradoxes. If water is the universal substratum, whence comes its opposite, fire or dry earth? Anaximander pushed this inquiry deeper. More theoretical than Thales, he allegedly drew the first world map. This conceptual leap unified a fragmented reality into a single structure, presupposing an underlying discoverable order. Consequently, he rejected water. Water possesses determinate properties, wetness and coldness. If an origin generates all things, it cannot be merely another particular identity. Anaximander's thesis was the radical. The origin is the apeiron. This substance is not empirical. It is the indeterminate source of all particulars. To maintain cosmic equilibrium against the mutual encroachment of opposites like hot and cold, the origin must be an impartial infinite abyss. This abstract deduction was a crucial philosophical leap. The ultimate principle transcends empirical objects. This illustrates philosophical progression. An answer exposes the conceptual limits of its predecessor. Yet, Anaximander's solution posed a new ontological problem. How does the indeterminate, aka the apeiron, differentiate into specific empirical objects? To bridge this gap, Anaximenes introduced a sophisticated mechanism of change, synthesizing Thales' concreteness with Anaximenes' infinity. Anaximenes posited air as the primary substance. Like water, it is empirical. Like the apeiron, it is infinite and sustains the cosmos. His major breakthrough was explaining this differentiation through condensation and rarefaction. Rarefied earth becomes fire, condensed air becomes water, earth, and stone. He introduced a profound principle. Qualitative differences are ultimately reducible to quantitative differences. Thales proposed water, Anaximander countered with the indefinite, Anaximenes synthesized with quantifiable air. This is philosophy, a dialectical process of critiquing new predecessors, positing new theories, and inviting subsequent critique. This rigorous dialectic constantly expands the boundaries of human rationality. The Milesians sought the origin in material substances. However, across the agency, another thinker shifted the paradigm. He argued that empirical matter is too transient and chaotic. True comprehension requires seeking the eternal order between materiality. He believed that musical harmony, celestial mechanics, and existence itself share a universal code. To him, the essence of reality is not material but mathematical. His name was Pythagoras, and he would initiate an even more profound intellectual revolution. Now, to sum up, what all these three different philosophers displayed was the philosophical principle. They asked a question, and new philosophers came along and critiqued previous responses, and this subsequently led to a new theory. And this never-ending cycle is still going on today and started with these three Greek philosophers.